because the track's gonna come to me.
And this is what everyone's on about. This guy never does any work. Never does any work. Matt's been hustling. I don't know where Miguel's at. Where is Miguel?
Sleeping in the truck. The Ruiz boys just don't do anything, I guess, huh?
Damn lightweights, the pair of them.
Oh, I'm really good.
And he kept me and Matt up all night.
Sound like a freight train.
Yeah.
Sound like a semi with a J brake on.
And then Miguel's the 206. All right.
This is not the exit. Good morning, guys. Welcome to day number 1 for CKNA. Yesterday was moving day. Look at Miguel. He's struggling.
Yeah. Good practice day.
Yeah. Thank God it's practice day. Last night was a rough night. Truck got broken into. Oh Jesus, it was such a bad night.
What happened when you vote blue?
Just shut up. Please ignore Miguel.
I'm from the Free State.
I'll edit all this stuff out, man. Jesus.
You didn't say that?
No, dude.
Oh. Whoops. I gotta be politically correct.
Yeah.
This guy. That's the governor of North Carolina.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for letting people break into my truck. So we're heading over for practice. It'll be a practice day today. Get all the good lap times in and stuff like that once we recover from last night.
Work all the bugs out.
Yeah, Miguel will be on, it'll be first time on the MGM, so he will be working the bugs out. He's excited about that.
What are we doing?
And the one that says outside.
Huh?
What?
Oh,
It's the front door. Alright, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll catch you guys on track.
Alright guys, here we are for practice 1. We are behind Nick. We were going out in the back. Track was extremely slick. It was very green. I think we were the 3rd class out, so of course everybody's going to be sliding around loose. It was not dripped up at all. As you can see, Nick, he's Tokyo drifting around the corners. None of the carts were hooked up. Everybody's complaining about grip in the first session, so we knew the track evolution was going to change throughout the weekend because it's supposed to be way warmer. So there's a lap around Charlotte Moore Speedway. You're going to turn 1 and 2. There's the double left-hander. As you can see, that is not the correct line at all. Matt gets by me. Turn 3 is a right-hander. Turn 4 is a slight little left. This is a very fast-flowing track. Turn 5 is a left. Turn 6 is a right-hander. And 7 is a left. And then you're flat out through this whole section. So if you screw up the first corner, it's going to mess up your whole rhythm. And then you have another left-hander coming up. It takes you to the pit straight, which you don't want to take it that wide either. And then you have another double left and a right. It's a very simple layout, just tricky to get down. Not many tight corners at all, and I struggle on these tracks with high-speed sections. So it is my fault. I'm trying to work it out because I got to get ready for the Grands because Charlotte was not a very good showing, and this first practice was really, really slow. Practice 1 in the books. Did not, I don't know, man. The Avano's reading something. It's saying I'm going super slow, which probably I am. Miguel's struggling. That's what happens when you go too hard the night before.
Big dogs.
Yeah. Yes. So he's struggling. Matt did good first practice. Stuart, we gotta work out some bugs.
It's just getting comfortable.
Yeah,
it's
gotta get comfortable in the cart. Definitely, there's some stuff to do.
There's a lot of potential.
Oh yeah.
I can feel the potential in there. Just gotta figure it out and get comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to get comfortable to start off with. So we're gonna do some changes on Stuart's cart. I'm thinking about just moving the steering wheel closer to me because I'm stretched out too far. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. So that's the only change for right now. And then maybe roll some caster out later because I have neutral pills, but she's heavy in the front end. So practice number 2 on the way. JD comes over, tells me that The CRG guys over there are going to go out in the very back of the pack to work on their lines and driving. He also told me please stop sucking so much and actually pick up the pace. So I tried to listen as much as I could, but in the end it really didn't work out. I had a really low gear at this point in time. No excuse though, these guys were driving their butts off. I learned a lot in this practice session for sure. One little slip up though, and that cost me everything. Kart was still very loose. I don't think I made an adjustment at all, not even tire pressure. Just trying to make the kart more comfortable for me to drive is all, and basically just brought the steering wheel closer to me. But just, you know, kart got better, track got better as it went on. Throughout the day, the track kept getting better and better, and really the kart was there, just the driver wasn't there most of the time. The very last session I figured it out, and then it just took driver, but you know, I just can't leave well alone, and kept messing with it. So kept getting quicker and quicker throughout the day. Right here in this practice session, I ended up running a 49.2. Still well off the pace from the leaders' times, but overall happier with this practice session for sure, getting it down. The double lefts were good for me, just the high-speed section I struggled. So second practice session in the books, we picked up 1.7 seconds because that's how bad I was the first session out there. I went out in the back with the CRG guys, Ryan, James, and I don't know the other guy's name. But I found some things out. I still got to do a gear change, but I'm going to try to run this gear one more time, see if I can carry it a little bit better. But I want to try to carry it, but you would have to be perfect every lap. If not, you're done. So that's what we did. That's what we're going to get to it. On to practice number 3. So right here I went out in the back with Nick again. I just had to learn the track and learn how to drive it better. The kart really wasn't doing that bad now. It was actually, you know, the track was coming to me. I hadn't done anything really with the setup change. I had rolled some caster out, thought about doing it. I don't think I've done it yet. But the back end was a little loose, and then I'll have to chase it with the front end. So as long as I get the back end settled, it was going to be really good. Right here, finally was breaking into the 48s. So kart wise was good. Still second off the leaders, but that all came down to driver in the end. Really, this is a driver's track, and you know, it just takes me a little bit too long to get it down and start learning it. So and then I should have just left it alone, just worked on my driving, but I just couldn't leave well off alone. So you know how it is. Right, got dropped down to a 48.8. Good run, getting better. It's been one of those days, guys. The gear change, it went up a tooth, and rolled the caster out of the kart. Hopefully this settles the rear end down, and took the front bar out. I think I have way too much front grip, so hopefully this changes help and I pick up a second. If I don't, you might see me crying next session. So the Wonder Twins are in front. Those are the Lloyds. I call them the Wonder Twins. They don't know it. They might know it now. I don't know if they watched the video. And then Jake is on the left-hand side of the 19. So I thought about if I can go behind them and follow their line and get to learn a little bit. That was my whole goal, was basically get behind the Lloyds or Jake and figure it out and let them show me the way. And maybe I can learn something. I'm always trying to learn, trying to get quicker, but you know, Jake was, you know, that guy's nuts. He was passing people over the curves and shit, so there was no way to keep up with him at the beginning of the run. I thought I could push the 338 up to him, but I ended up getting past him, and it was just, he was already gone. So I was trying to do my best here and stay smooth, and you know, the gear change did help. I enjoyed it. I know I couldn't carry the other gear. I just wasn't hitting the corners right, so I had to add a tooth to help me out, to help out my mistakes in the driving portion. But gear change worked out, taking the grip out of the front end, sell the rear the way I wanted to. So the rear was starting to plant better. I still had good front end feel. It was just different. You know how you tune the kart? If you do something to the front, sometimes it does it with the back. So you know, if your kart's too free, you can't get the rear end to settle down, you might want to take away some front grip from the front, get that rear to settle down. Sometimes people want to add rear grip to the kart, and you already have a ton of front grip, you had a ton of rear grip, you just had a whole bunch of grip overall, which sometimes binds the chassis up. And that's not what I was looking to do on this high-speed track, because if you bind the chassis down the high-speed section, you are done. The 94 decided to run off and throw some rocks on the road for us. Made it a little bit more interesting. And at this point in time, I was just trying to, you know, keep my head down, work on my driving, still seeing up the line of Drew. My biggest mistake is, on Duval, and my biggest mistake is, you know, turning in too early at times. You know, I have an issue of turning in too early, which sometimes, you know, it scrubs speed on the exit. So if I could just figure that out. Got behind the 48. It took me a second to get by him. You know, it was just, you know, trying to get by him as cleanly and safely as possible. It was just a good run overall. The kart was handling much better. It's just, you know, I was just still missing it. Like, even though this is my fastest session, I was still not happy, because I'll get off track and I know a mid 48 was not good enough. I would have to break down to a 47s. That was my goal. I was like, I get down to a 47s because that's where the bad boys are at, and I want to be up front with them. So we'll keep digging, keep trying. Final session coming up. All right, practice. We've done it a million times. Well, I finally picked up a lot of speed, did the gear change I wanted. Kart feels way better with the caster rolled out and no native camber. Stuart here is trying to do the tires. I've showed him a million times, but he still wants to do it his own way. So I don't think I've ever shown you guys how I do tires. So I'm gonna.
The camera for you?
Yeah, here, you hold the camera. So what I do is, these rims are extremely hard to put on. First of all, so I grab, pull the plastic off, put that in the trash. I grab the bottom, like here and here, right? You go at an angle, and you just gotta work it around.
Just like a pinch, almost.
Yeah. Right. And then you work it around. And like I said, these tires are super difficult to get on. Now here, you want to, I put my knee right here. I'm gonna grab the tire and I'm gonna flex down. So I'm just gonna grab the tire, right? And then flex down on it. And then just work it around. Just work it around until it goes on. And that's how we put the tire on. It's really easy once you get the hang of it, but with these rims, ain't no joke.
Let's just recap that, shall we?
Dang, Stuart. One more time. This is how I get treated, guys, and they say I don't work.
Whose cod is that again?
Yeah, man, take nap. So, pinch.
Hey, nothing comes close to the scaling video.
And work it around. And here.
And when you're on the bottom, you start nearest to you, you put...
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, when you get that none, so you can do mine too.
No.
And if you have to take a shit, you take a shit before you do it.
Alright, guys. Done.
Flexing for the camera.
Final session coming up. I took all the front grip out of Miguel's kart, basically. It's way too loose. He likes it though. He's liking the MGM, so good for him. Good move.
Miguel. That's what MGM stands for now. Miguel.
All right, guys. Final practice. Oh, and I didn't show you my new window.
Oh yeah.
Blackout tent. Thanks, North Carolina. All right, here we are for the final practice session, and Stuart had an idea, and I never listen to Stuart anymore after last year's Spring National. So he had a great idea of running seat struts. Guys, I have rarely run seat struts on my kart. The old chassis, I never ever ran seat struts, but this new one, I decided, you know what the hell, let's give it a shot, see what happens. It planned the rear and it worked. But before that, someone decided to hitchhike because they thought I was fast, but that was actually a slow way around. So going to that double left, he sent it in, got into my bag. We talked about it after the practice session. It was cool, so I just told him let's not do that during the race. So seat struts on the kart, it worked. You know, it just planted at the rear. It wasn't sliding around anywhere, but it just did not feel like fast. The thing was, the lap times said otherwise. Low 48s, and that's where we needed to be. Low 48, no draft. I had the red mist in my eyes, and I was hauling ass, and I was going for it. Kart felt great, but I was worried because the grip level was going to come in tomorrow. It was going to be warmer, rubber's going to be down. So I was already thinking for tomorrow. If the kart felt this good now, I was having issues going for tomorrow. My biggest issue was, like, I tuned the kart to be fast, and if the track stayed like this, I would have been fast, but tomorrow's a different story, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll catch you guys on track.
All right, guys. Recap at the end of the day. I didn't do the recap at the end of the day. Final practice went pretty well, except a guy drove over me, but we're cool. We talked about it afterwards. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. We found some speed, and then we're at
Alpha Omega
in North Carolina getting some pizza with the mighty Marshall. To be honest, they brought plates, and then he says there's plates on the table. So, but I saw the plates. But he wanted to make sure we saw the plates. And then I was talking about I needed the pizza, right, to fill me up. Yeah, to fill me up with all my muscles, right? To fill me up with all my muscles. And that young lady, what's her name again?
Anu.
And what's your name?
I'm Kalia.
Kalia. Okay,
Yeah.
so Anu basically said no and then rolled her eyes at me. So the answer is no in the end. Yeah. So guys, today went all right. Tomorrow is warm-up, qualifying, some heats. Car's getting better and better. We're getting quicker and quicker. We'll keep digging to the very end. So definitely thanks to our subscribers that came up and say what's up. You know, love you guys. Love everything you guys do. Miguel right now is eating a house salad.
I'm drinking it again.
That's the funny part. He's drinking it after he almost died last night.
What, did we record last night?
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's
bad.
It ain't making the cut, I'm sure of that one.
No, it'll make
That'd
it.
probably be the one time we would have to actually edit something.
I don't even know if I mean, my English was so bad last night. It was so horrible.
Making it back to the hotel.
So guys, catch you guys on track. Hope you guys liked the video. Later.
That's the thing. That was the thing.